What's up, folks? Welcome to the Transfer Digest. This is a weekly show I'm going to be doing every Friday, just doing a recap of the big news that have happened as far as the transfer market is concerned. Of course, you know the transfer window is a bit closed down right now. It's going to be opening on 16th, which is next week. Yeah, I think next week, some Tuesday or something. Let me check. It's going to be opening next week on Monday. Goddamn. Yes, next week Monday is when the transfer window opens again. It was shut on 10th of this week. That was on Tuesday, all right? So I'm going to be doing the big news that are happening as far as the transfer market is concerned, the one that you really need to know about. All right, let's get right into it. Now, yesterday, Trent Alexander-Arnold was unveiled at Real Madrid. Of course, he's the newest signing for Real Madrid. And of course, you know how they do it in Madrid. They sign you, they put you in a press conference where you talk to people and you say some few Spanish words like, who knows, don't stress. You know, like how Mbappe was saying last season or last summer and all that stuff. So Trent did the same because he was being unveiled for the Club World Cup that is coming this next week. And of course, he had to do a presentation. He had to talk to the press. And boy, was he fluent in Spanish or what. Like, I was watching that and I'm like, is this an English guy? Is this a guy who has spent all his life at Liverpool? Man, it doesn't make sense. It's like we could not wait to shake off that Scouser's accent. He was so fluent in Spanish, it was like a crime. I'm sure some Liverpool fans are rattled. I'm damn sure. But they don't understand how this guy was that fluent in Spanish. No. Like, what is it? Have you been taking Spanish classes? Why are you delaying? Maybe he was delaying moving to Real Madrid because he was completing a Spanish class course. I don't know, man. But yeah, he was unveiled. He's going to be called Trent now. He's going to be on his back. Just Trent. Not Trent Alexander, not Trent Arnold. No. Just Trent. And of course, he's the newest signing by Real Madrid. Speaking of Real Madrid, they've also signed some dude called Mastantuono or something. Teenager from River Plate. He looks very good. If you watch his highlights, he's going to be playing on the right wing, which might mean it's that guy and maybe Vinny Jr. on the left wing, which leaves guys like Rodrigo without a slot. And that means teams are going to be going in for him. I'm going to be getting down to that as far as that is concerned. So, while still Liverpool, man, I don't know how they expect us to compete next week because they are buying the goddamn league. Now, they have been reported all through this week that they are buying Florian Wirtz for 150 million euros. That's 126 million pounds. That's more than any sale that Bundesliga has ever done. That's a British record fee in the Premier League. No one has ever done a bigger purchase. That is a record signing for Liverpool. It has never been done before. They have never made such a big signing. And you are like, how do you buy Florian Wirtz, a guy who has never clocked that EGNA in a season for 126 million pounds? You either have a lot of money, which we all know you do, or you're getting finessed, which makes me feel like Liverpool are getting finessed by Bayer Leverkusen. 126 million pounds. Come on, man. That is a lot of money in my opinion, man. So, man, I don't know about you, but I don't think it's worth that much. Now, the crazy thing about this is that as I'm shooting this, there's the news that I've just seen from Ben Jacobs that has come out saying this guy is actually not going for that. He's going for 100 million pounds with add-ons worth 16 million pounds. But that will definitely not help my agenda because I need to push the agenda that Liverpool have made the biggest acquisition of all time in the Premier League, and they are getting finessed by Bayer Leverkusen because how do you buy such a guy for 100 million pounds? But for 126 million pounds. But yeah, looking like it's going to be 100 million pounds and 60 million pounds worth of add-ons does not make him the highest, British record transfer fee or highest, most expensive player in the Premier League because Caicedo was 115. I don't know if Caicedo involved add-ons, but I know this one is 100 million pounds plus add-ons worth 16 million pounds. So the transfer fee might be 100 million pounds. That might save some grace for Liverpool as far as getting bashed is concerned. I mean, can you imagine Klopp right now where he's at when he's seeing Liverpool splashing like 100 million pounds on a player? It was always those sorts of some clubs have the leeway of splashing some cash and stupid cash on players. Liverpool don't have that luxury, and now they're splashing 100 million pounds. Same Liverpool that splashed 80 million pounds on Darwin Núñez. By the way, the last time Liverpool had a big acquisition ended badly for them. I'm talking Darwin Núñez. It didn't end well for them. He's about to get sold, by the way. So I don't know. I'm not saying like Florian Wirtz just because it's a big record, big transfer fee is going to be the same as last Darwin Núñez, but there has been some history before. So let's wait and see. I don't think Florian Wirtz is going to be a flop. I don't think so. But of course, we're going to be scrutinizing everything he does, every pass, every touch, every set piece taken, everything he does. We're going to be having it on a magnifying glass, aka binoculars. All right. So that's at Liverpool. I mentioned Rodrigo. Now, I mentioned Real Madrid and Rodrigo. Now, Rodrigo is seeming like he might be leaving, Real Madrid, and the team that is most linked with him this week is Arsenal. Apparently, Arsenal are very much interested in the guy, and they are waiting to see if that something is going to happen. But of course, this one you'll have to wait because there's a Club World Cup happening, and Real Madrid are in it, and of course, Rodrigo is going to be part of it. So we're just waiting to see if Arsenal are going to make a move for him. If he is available, Arsenal should go for him. He's a game changer, this one. He's a top echelon kind of winger. He's exactly the kind of winger we are looking for on that left wing position. So let's wait and see if that's going to happen. Well, still at Arsenal, there's so much news going on as far as striking is concerned. We all know Arsenal want a striker like yesterday. The last couple of weeks has been all about Šeško and Gyokeres, and more so Gyokeres. But now, over the last 7 days, it's been all about Šeško. But now we are back again to Gyokeres. And now Gyokeres is interesting how this thing is unfolding. Apparently now Sporting are not willing to let him go for 60 million euros like they had agreed before. Apparently there was a gentleman's agreement that they're going to let him go for 60 million euros and not the release clause he has in his contract, which is 100 million euros, which is 85 million pounds. Apparently the Sporting president has come out to dispute that. They're not willing to sell him for that kidogo money. I think it's what they have seen Florian Wirtz going for at Liverpool, and they're thinking, the best striker in Europe last season, they were letting him go for 59 million pounds. We won't go and buy. So there's that standoff right now, and even so, Gyokeres had to put out a statement in his Instagram stories saying there's so much happening, and he's going to be giving out a statement soon about that. So, I don't know, that's one to watch out for. Apparently, Arsenal are very much interested in him. They're going back for him. It was all being reported that Arsenal are going for Šeško. So I don't know how this has digressed now to we are actually now going for Gyokeres. I don't understand, really. We apparently are putting one bid that has been rejected. We are going back in for a second bid. I don't get it. Because surely we cannot be getting the two strikers now, can we? And you'll be looking to Šeško for so long. I'm thinking we might go for the guy. But now this other news that is coming out is just, I don't know, man. I don't get it. So, I mean, Arsenal fans are also split in the middle on Gyokeres and Šeško. Most would want Gyokeres because it's instant. He comes in and start banging. Šeško is, it's not really instant, but you never know. He might come in and start banging as well. I think he will bang goals as soon as he comes to Arsenal. But there's this whole issue of guys who have come in from Sporting Lisbon. I was watching this. The guys who have come out from Primera Liga to other parts of Europe, they have not really banged, to be honest, especially the strikers. Hulk was not a striker, but he didn't flourish. Jackson Martinez flopped Atletico Madrid. He was 3 times back-to-back Golden Boot winner in Portugal. Darwin Nunes, the latest example, did not flourish. Seferovic, another guy. There's another guy called Bas Dost. He didn't flourish as well. So, I don't know. I think this might be I'm not saying Gyokeres should follow under the same path because he has been the championship before. He has seen it all. He knows how physical the Premier League is and the championship, of course, English football as a whole. So, it's no guarantee that's going to be like that. So, we'll have to wait and see how this one is going to unfold. All right. So, that's that. Gyokeres, let's wait and see. If Arsenal are going to be going for him, Arsenal also, of course, Zubimendi is coming in. People are saying we might be going to, I don't know, Real Madrid might hijack the deal. I don't think that's happening. No. So we're going to be like, Zubi-Zubi-Doo, where are you? We got some work to do now. Zubi-Zubi-Doo, where are you? We got some work to do now. He's coming to the Arsenal guy. I mean, I'm sure you watched him in the Nations League. He's really good. He's that Sergio Busquets kind of player. You get me? So I can't wait for that to happen for Arsenal. Arsenal maybe might be getting a centre-back or a defender as well. But only time will tell on that one, all right? Chelsea have been moving in. They've gotten Delap already over the line. Cole Palmer is they're going to be playing as a number 10. Or rather, he's going to be having number 10 on his back from next season. Or maybe then in this Club World Cup. They are trying to push for G10s. It's not happening. They're getting rejected fast. Very fast, so let's keep an eye on that one. The one that really caught my eye, though, is Leroy Sané going to Galatasaray. And apparently, he's going to be earning 50 million euros as net salary per year. That comes down to 475,000 pounds per week. And I'm like, Galatasaray wanatoa pi pesa? Where the hell are they getting this kind of money to get this kind of acquisition, bruv? 475,000 pounds per week. That, in the Premier League, that's like the top 3 earner or something. In the entire of the Premier League. So it's crazy how this is happening, but Leroy Sané is looking like he might go to Galatasaray. He might be their next move. Galatasaray also trying to get Osimhen, and they're willing to splash some cash on that guy. So let's see how this one is going to go down. Manchester City have signed 4 guys already. They have splashed 116 million pounds already. They have gotten Reinders on. They have gotten Ayoub Nouri for 30-something. They have gotten Chucky for 30-something million. And some other guy I can't recall. They have not disclosed the fee. Butinelli or something. Yeah, they've gotten him 4 players. Of course, they're also in the Club World Cup, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, they're in the Club World Cup, so they're getting these guys in early. So good acquisition for me. Good acquisition, in my opinion, for Manchester City to get those guys, especially Rangers. Rangers, we are Tasumbua. That one is one to watch out for, to be honest. Other signings worth mentioning about. Oh, did I mention Arsenal getting Kepa Arrizabalaga for £5 million? A release clause for £5 million for the most expensive goalkeeper in the world. Crazy. Makes absolutely no sense, doesn't it? So there's that. Arsenal must be signing Kepa to be a backup goalkeeper. I think a backup goalkeeper for £5 million, that's very good in my opinion. I'm okay with that. I'll take that. He had a good season at Bournemouth. I think kept 8 clean sheets. He was good at Bournemouth, so I'm okay with him coming to Arsenal to be a backup goalkeeper. There's no issue of getting Chelsea's rejects and all that stuff. Nah. This one doesn't cut it. Kieran Tierney was unveiled at Celtic. Of course, he has left Arsenal. He has gone back to his boyhood club. Joe Bellingham has joined his brother to moving to Borussia Dortmund. He has moved from Sunderland to Borussia Dortmund. He's now going to be playing over there. So interesting move. Tejas Cunha was unveiled at Manchester United. It seems like he's been a Manchester United fan for a minute. So, I mean, I like the guy, but I kind of can't between him and his ambitions. You see, like, this is where you wish. But Tejas Cunha is a solid signing, by the way, in my opinion, for Manchester United. But it's just like, why is he going to Manchester United? Should be going to a better place, like Arsenal. You can't get everything, though. There's so many good players out there. You can't get everyone. So there's that one to talk about. So those are the major news that have happened, our major transfer news that happened this past week. Of course, I'm going to be back here next week, maybe Monday or Friday. Maybe I'll be doing this on Monday and Fridays, just talking about the transfers that have really caught our eye and that you need to know. This is the Transfer Digest. This is Football Digest KE. Let's get to 5,000 subscribers.